This episode is powered by Shocks, the world-leading open-ear headphones pioneer. Big news, Shocks Black Friday sale is here with up to 32% off site-wide. Go check it out via the link in our show notes and use the code IRP15 for your exclusive listener discount.
Child, that your skin can bring you so much pain. Now I hear you say you got the best of both ways. Won't you come and take a walk in my shoes and tell me.
Welcome to episode number 420 of the Inside Running Podcast. A massive thank you for being with us with another week. It's a big agenda this week. We've got the South Australian 5,000 metre championships to talk about. Seth O'Donnell does Seth O'Donnell things at the Vic Milers Club, their first meet. Point To Pinnacle, where the record went down. The Gong 5K, Whispers, Say Sky product review. Looking forward to that. Moose on the Loose, listen to question, and we'll preview a few things that are coming up. Welcome to my co-host. He's up in Canberra. He's fired up. Bradley Croker, how are you this week?
Not too bad, Brady. We had kids home today due to a asbestos contamination of the sand.
Oh, it's been in the news, hasn't it, the last couple of days?
Yeah.
A lot of Canberra schools are shut down. Yeah,
mainly the primary schools, I think. But so I my school was open, so I worked today. So Viv worked from home, but they're back at school tomorrow, which is good. But there's still some schools that are closed tomorrow as well.
Is it, and I did get emails about this from the Victorian point of view, but I haven't really dived deep into them. But is it the sand is in like sandpit sand? Or is it like
I think it's
craft kind of sand?
I think it's like play sand. So it's not in a sand pit.
Okay.
Sensory play sand.
Yeah. I thought so. Yeah. All right. Moose, the Tooth 14 marathoner. You're also a co-host on this show down there in Anglesea. How you going this week?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Not as fired up as Croaks.
How good was he off air? I said, I've got to start this recording. Like, give me that version of Croaks for the next 90 minutes.
No doubt he'll pussy out as soon as the recording button.
I'm going to lead him into a few things. I know what he fired up about, and I've got a few instances where I'll bring that stuff up, Moose. Man, you can lead him in.
And Moose, what about Brady? How up and about is he after his run directing debut?
Oh, boys, what a day.
Made some cash. He's made some cash on the weekend.
Record amount of cash, $14,323 donated to Echuca Regional Health.
How much did you make?
The biggest donated in the last 5 years that we could look through at the records. So what an amazing day. Not $1 hit my bank account yet, Croaks. So I'm just hoping I get reimbursed for the cash I took out of my bank account Saturday night to use as prize money. So I'm hoping the boss, Zach Newman from Run to PB, he hooks me up with something to reimburse some of my time, but that's not what it was about. It was just about celebrating people exercising in your hometown. It's just small fun run. Like this is mini. This is 700 people, but it's something about your hometown fun run that's really special. And we've got this paddle steamer that's like it's very unique. You can't race a paddle steamer anywhere else in the world, and it's kind of like funny, but we really want to lean into that. And the paddle steamer did a 6-minute PB, fellas. Was meant to do 50 minutes, did 44 minutes. Heaps of people were shattered thinking because we advertised like you got to break 50 minutes to beat it. And then it's absolutely smashed 50 minutes. People running like 46 minutes are thinking they're 4 minutes ahead. And then they've got rolled by 2 minutes. The steamer's going off. It was quite funny.
People would be pissed off at that though. That's like false advertising, Brady.
Yeah, but you kind of got that clause that it's like it's hard to control because you're on an open river and there's currents and like when do you turn around and like swing back and things like that. So that's the excuse I'm going with. But I kind of like it. Like the paddle steamer is kind of the villain, and the villain wins. Go train for 12 months and then come back and give it a roll again. So I actually got this message off like the boss of the paddle steamers last night, and I hope she doesn't mind me reading it. But she kind of said, Adam, the skipper, pushed the Pevensey so hard she almost caught fire. They had to throw some water on her to cool her down. So like they were chucking, because they just chuck a whole heap of wood in there to fire it up, and the
So
hotter they make
the
it.
old skipper was getting competitive.
The skipper, yeah, I'm going to make him into this to a superstar this race. He'll be doing all our Instagram reels going forward. So,
So it
nah,
couldn't go much. So the paddle steamer couldn't go much faster. Like, how quick could it go?
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, Croaks, but I do know that I'm starting to get paddle steamers in my algorithm on social media now, which isn't real good. Like, give me the running content back, not the paddle steamer content. But I think it depends where like they turn around. Like he could have turned around later, which would have made it. Yeah. But then he's got to go up currents and all these kind of things. So no, it was good. It was a good.
No
morning.
Issues? Went well?
We had there's always going to be a couple of issues that you can't plan for, like dickheads driving through like road closure areas, stuff like that. And then you like got to get them out of there, and just people that like, yeah, you get caught up on the issues. I was really pissed off about that afterwards, that someone drove in an area they weren't supposed to, and it didn't have any massive consequences on the day. But if it was, 10 or 15 minutes later, it could have potentially. But yeah, just a few little tiny ones, like, a couple of extra marshals in these kind of areas. And it was pretty successful, which, I've never been that stressed in all my life. Like it's a different stress. Moose, you've kind of had events before. Yeah. Like you're looking at the weather, is so many different moving parts that you can't control. And I like being in control of stuff. And yeah, I slept terribly. That was just a different stress.
You know that race you did?
Yeah, run.
No, run for a cause.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I was course director for that one. And I was so stressed out, and I went to bed that night and I forgot to put my alarm on. And so I was supposed to be there at like 5:30 a.m. and I woke up and it was like 6:40 when and I'm flown down there like straight out of bed, and everyone's there already set up, and I'm like supposed to get cones out and drive the course, shut the gates. That's a good way to add a bit more stress.
Yeah, I could imagine. Whereas I went to bed Saturday night being like, there's a huge chance I will not sleep. Like and I'm okay with that, but you just have this patchy sleep. And but it's good seeing people, everyone kind of plays their roles and it comes together. And that's when it's quite rewarding when you get to the end of it, you pack it all up and you're like, oh yeah, that's done. I couldn't do it for a job though. Like I couldn't then be like, all right, our next event's in a month's time. Like that's if I do that once a year, that's enough stress for me to not think about it for a while now.
Well, you get a good appreciation of events you go to that are really run really smooth, and you get probably a little bit critical of them.
Yeah.
Like you look at it from a critical eye and you're like, oh, this. But at the same time, you're thinking, they got 10,000 people coming here. Oh. That is some numbers. Or 30,000. Look at Sydney Marathon. You're like, this is big time.
Yeah. Well, they also have the staff as well and like roles and stuff. But like I said to Carly during the week, like, can you imagine what Melbourne Marathon's inbox is like on race week? Like the amount of stuff that I just wasn't prepared for. The amount of, I'm talking about 700 people event. How many people are emailing trying to get into the event and like writing paragraphs on paragraphs of why we should let them in, and we literally didn't have any bibs left, so it was like we couldn't let them in. And I'm a real yes man, I want to let people in, but the other boys were a bit more brutal, and just people wanting to change events and just like little logistic, like people emailing saying what shoes should we wear, just the back and forth. And then you've got the hospital, the council, the paddle steamers, traffic management, sponsors, you're all trying to keep in comms with. Like it's
There's probably something you don't. I wouldn't think you would need to write back to someone asking about what shoes they should wear.
I'm a yes man, Moose. I'm a yes man. Respond to all of them.
Probably need to prioritize your time there.
As I said, if I was training for Valencia Marathon in 3 weeks, I would have shit would have hit the fan. I couldn't have done what I've done the last 6 weeks, training for a marathon. So glad I've been injured. It's been a great outlet as well.
Congratulations, mate, on your big event.
Oh, thank you.
Succeed.
My big 700 person event. You two have got to come next year. I'd love to see the paddle steamer smoke both you boys.
Please.
What's its name? The paddle steamer.
The PS Pevensey.
Okay.
There's a few different paddle steamers, but that's the one we used yesterday.
If we come down, the paddle steamer will be on fire next year. We'll destroy it.
You seem to be going all right, Croaks. Do you want to segue into your week? I feel like just tracking you on Strava this week. A few things have got a bit longer. A few things have got a bit quicker.
Yeah, probably a little bit less riding, which is nice. Yeah, I'll start with Monday anyway. So Monday, I did a session on the bike. So it was 6 minute reps with 2 minutes sort of easy in between, and then did gym that afternoon. Tuesday, I just did 12K on the treadmill. So that was an hour. Wednesday, did 12K again after work on the treadmill. And then on Thursday afternoon after work, I just jumped on the bike again and did 65 minutes. Like, it wasn't a session, but it wasn't easy either. It was sort of in that grey zone, I suppose, where it was solid. And then on Friday was my first run outside for the week. And I did, what was it, 50 minutes at 4:26s. And yeah, had like no issues at all. So that was good. And then Saturday morning we had Little A's, and it was quite a warm, sort of steamy morning. So then after Little A's, came back for my bike session, and I did like 10 4-minute reps with 90 seconds recovery. And like, I think the combination of the heat and probably just upping the watts that I was trying to do for those, I was just cooked. Like 3/4 of the way through, I've just got like sweat pissing out of me. And it was at that point, I'm like, I really don't like cycling as much as I do running. Like, yeah, I enjoy exercising, but this sucks. And then yesterday morning, I went out for a run. I didn't really know how long I was going to go for. I thought it'd be nice to get at least an hour outside. But this run was awesome. Like, I felt so good. I had no issues with my calf. It was a nice morning, and I'm like, an hour into this run, and I'm just like, how good is running? It's like, don't even need to do sessions. Just getting out for like 80 minutes on a Sunday was so nice. So I did, 80 minutes, 4:18s. Heart rate was pretty good. Like, it was like high 130s, which, like, for the amount of running I've been doing, I was actually surprised that it felt as good as it did. So for me, that was my longest run in 14 weeks. I think it was probably slightly longer than my biggest running week in 14 weeks. So yeah, things are tracking well. So it been 2.5 weeks now since I had that treatment, and I've had one run in that 2.5 weeks where it wasn't a full sort of flare up, but there was just one sensation. But I didn't have any in the last week, and I ran again today and had no issues. So hopefully I can get to the point where I can run 5, maybe 6 days a week. Like, I'm definitely not going to jump back into sessions anytime soon. I just need to run a bit more. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that things are progressing, and hopefully less bike and more running.
Good
stuff.
That's
mate.
Positive. He's back, Moose. He could be fitter than you by Christmas.
I'm not back, but
he's already running faster than me.
Yeah.
And
he's been doing all that cross training, so like he's aerobically fit.
Just
it's like
straight
a bit
out,
of a Toby
already
approach.
faster than me.
I think that's one. Yeah, like, as much as the bike, I don't love it. It has definitely helped keep me in decent sort of shape. Like, if I had to go and race a 5K or a 10K, it would be terrible. But going out and running at that sort of 4:20s for 80 minutes, like, if I hadn't run for 10 weeks and I try and do that, like, I'd get 50 minutes in and I'd be knackered. So, but it felt good. I was in like the Vomero Plus. So yeah, I guess it's not a super shoe. I wasn't. Yeah.
Nice shoe, that.
Nice shoe. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite. It could be my favorite right now. Just jogging shoe. Right up there. Hey, one of these rides.
Yeah.
You've ridden. Your workout ride, 4 minutes FTP.
Oh yeah.
You rode with a bloke called Ferry Tannis from North Jakarta.
Yeah, it looks that way.
That's cute. You making friends out there?
No, I think it's a bit like no, like, there was no interaction with this guy at all. I didn't even know, but it's obviously a bit like if you're running near somebody, it just tracks that you're doing the same course.
Yeah, you should message him you should get in the DMs on Strava. Say, hey, Ferry.
Just looking up his Strava now. See how many.
He pushed a bit more watts than you per kilo, actually.
There's a chat function on there, isn't there, Croaks?
Well, how do you know how many watts per kilo he did?
Well, it says on there.
Where?
It says weighted average power.
No, that's not watts per kilo.
Oh,
Yeah.
We don't need to be becoming a cycling podcast here talking
No.
about what's per
yeah,
kilo.
you're going a bit far here, Croaks.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got cross training from now on, Croaks. We don't need to hear about your workouts.
Hey, Croaks, why don't you run with power now that you're running again?
No, thanks. No.
Why not?
Because
Now that you understand it.
I don't understand it.
Okay, that's good. That's positive, Croaks. 6 days this week. You get there 80 out to 90. That's when you know you're going all right, when you're running 90s.
Yeah, assuming everything goes well this week, I'll definitely aim for 90 minutes.
Good.
Well,
good,
Valencia's
good.
still on for you.
How fit can you get in 3 weeks?
He could still go run 2:35, I reckon.
Oh, no. My legs would be absolutely shot, right, like at half marathon at that pace.
Nah,
I remember, so obviously this wasn't in super shoes, but when we went to Berlin that year, I'd missed like a chunk of training in the lead up, and I ran the first half at Berlin, and my quads were absolutely belted after like 15K. And I would have run like 77 minutes, I reckon, because I obviously ran the first 3K fairly hard with you boys and then dialed it back. But I remember just going, wow, I've lost so much conditioning in my legs in the last 4 to 6 weeks.
I still got the natural talent, though. That doesn't disappear. NordVPN has partnered with the Inside Running podcast to offer you an amazing discount. Head over to nordvpn.com/inside running to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan, plus 4 additional months on top of that. Think of NordVPN as your personal bodyguard for your online activity. It encrypts your internet traffic, shielding your personal information from those prying eyes and online criminals with state-of-the-art encryption. It can help you book flights and hotels for your next race, as well as when you're over there, you can connect to a NordVPN server in your home country and safely enjoy the content as if you never left. Wherever you travel, it's perfect if you want to follow local Aussie sport. With NordVPN, you can access all your streaming services from back home. Don't forget, there is literally no risk with your 30-day money-back guarantee. Give it a try, and if you like it, great. If you don't, they'll issue a full refund, and you can pretend the entire situation never even happened. Check out our link, nordvpn.com/inside running, to get your subscription started today. You can also find the information in the episode description and the link in our social media bio. What have you been doing, Moose?
I ran my biggest week in, I am going to say, all year. Let me just check.
Really? All year?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. It's very close on his blue bars the last
Yeah.
12 months.
All year. And maybe even earlier than that. But
Yeah. Yeah, other biggest weeks, maybe 108K.
yeah. No,
This is 118.
This is all year, 118K. And I'm pretty pumped by that. I just realized that then, looking at the graph, I'm going, fuck, even before the train from Melbourne got kind of fit before Gold Coast, I was going okay back then. And I still only ran, I just had consistency back then, but I was not doing more than 108K. So now I've got consistency and I've got a little bit more volume going on. So yeah, happy with how things went this week. I doubled on the Monday, 30 minutes, then jumped on the treadie in the Arvo, 28, 29. Then the next day I ran 14K down on, I just got this nice little road I run on now. They're in pretty good condition down towards Ali's joint, and then turn around at 7K. Pretty hilly, actually. I get a red dot for the hills, but it's just my easy day. Then did a workout. No, we jogged again on Wednesday. So got out for 70 minutes with Ali and a guy called Sean who lives in town here. That was it, helping get the mileage up. I didn't double that day because I went to Melbourne that afternoon for the conference. So went up, saw Saucony, saw Adidas. Adidas took us out for dinner. Had a very nice dinner that night on the rooftop in Cremorne. I forget what the restaurant was called, but delicious. Saw some cool shoes actually in the Adidas building. some new stuff coming through mid next year.
Can't talk about it.
It's a bit early to talk about it now.
Okay.
There's actually no one of the shoes they showed. There's just no photos or leaks yet. I forgot to take a picture of it, and I was trying to find one on the internet to show somebody, because generally speaking, the leaks come out as soon as they start these showings. Because all it takes is one dickhead like me in the room to take a photo and then send it to a mate who sends it to another mate who puts it on Reddit, which I don't do, of course, but someone like me might do that. And then this one here, I couldn't find anything on there, because I need it to sort of remind myself what the shoe was when I order it, but nothing out there.
There would be some showings where you couldn't take your phone in. Like when you went to Paris with Nike last year, you had to put your phone in a box, didn't you?
Mm. Yeah, that was... What was that for? That shoe has... Yeah, that was more some other weird stuff.
Oh, it still hasn't been released.
Well, LeBron James wears it. I think he's put pictures up of him wearing it. It's that like compression boot.
Oh yeah, I've worn that in Chicago.
Yeah.
I went to the Nike thing. Yeah,
I don't know if you can buy it yet.
it's like Hyperice and Nike put together, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's like kind of like Normatec too. I don't know how. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then there was the cooling vest that you put on and change your temperature. Pretty much just lowers it, really.
It also, I'll put that on in Chicago too. It heats you up as well.
Like your back, like warms your muscles up.
You can do heat or cold. Yeah.
The next morning...
Hey, like just on the shoe stuff though, like how much trouble would you get in if you were the person who leaked? Like would your account get suspended with Adidas and you wouldn't be able to stock it?
I don't think so. I'm not going to test that. But there's a lot of internet. Like, I'm not sure. This shoe will probably be out by now, put it that way. Like if I went on there and looked now, like let me just give it a quick search on I'll just Google it and I'll just see.
From the conference you were at, like somebody else would have.
Not from our group, but like they take a lot of people through.
But someone in Melbourne, Australia?
Well,
or would they be doing showings to
this will be global.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, nothing out yet.
Is that your phone cover or Breeze? Just off topic a bit.
That's mine. It's like isn't that like a famous photo or a famous painting?
There's like little diamonds and stuff on there, doesn't it, Croaks, around the camera?
No.
Oh.
No.
Anyway.
Not out yet, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
They've kept that under wraps. I'll tell you when it comes out. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll send it when I see the first leak. I'll send it through to you. But yeah, up there's just like a lot of energy spent, a lot of social stuff, a lot of thinking, a lot of catching up with people, and then sleeping in a hotel. Aircon went on. Thought I had it sorted, but then it reverted back to 25 degrees after an hour. But by that stage, I'd sort of gone to sleep. So I woke up hot in a hot room again. Got out, jogged down to Olympic Park, which used to be the best track in the country, maybe even in the Southern Hemisphere. Now it's 3 laps, 3-lane track around the Collingwood training facility. Got to thank Eddie Maguire for that, destroying the best track in Australia for his own benefit.
He was on the board of Athletics Australia, wasn't he, when that call got made?
Yeah. And then suddenly got turned into the Collingwood facility. Isn't that the biggest... there's some pretty big conflict of interest in Australian athletics. But that's got to be a big one. To be on the board of
How
athletics...
long did he last on the board?
I don't think it was very long at all.
It was like, come in, make that decision, go. Is that what it was? I'd love to know the history of it, because I was just really like getting into running at that time. Like I had a few races on Olympic Park, but not many.
Yeah, I was thinking back. I think I only raced once there. I think I only did
You smoked me. First time I ever saw you in person, like knew who you were.
Was that the Vic 5K champs?
Yeah. I remember going up to Ryan Christensen afterwards being like, who the hell was that other guy from Geelong? Did you run like 14:45 or something?
Yeah, can't remember.
I reckon I ran 14:48. You come past me real late.
No, I ran 14:34, I reckon.
Oh, did you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Jeez,
but
I'd love for someone to look up that result for me.
yeah, it's probably up there. It would have been
Historical result somewhere, Athletes Victoria page.
2010 Victorian 5,000 meter champs.
2010. It's 15 years ago, Moose.
2009 maybe. It was
Yeah.
2009.
Was that your first ever like athletics race?
I did the Geelong 10,000 meter champs on the track. Was that before or after that?
I don't know, but Croaks is going to tell us about the 4 Zatapex. He probably ran around that track in a second.
No, I only ran one Zatopek there, and it was the last year of Zatopek at Olympic Park, 2010.
Oh, yeah.
Was that rainy?
It was a bit rainy, yeah. So it was 2011, first year at Lakeside.
Was that Dave McNeil year? Did he win it that year? His old Melbourne or old Zabs singlet?
I don't know. I reckon Benny may have.
I thought it was Collis and Benny.
Yeah.
I reckon there was heaps of rain that year, and I reckon Dave might have got a stitch.
I reckon
Dave winning one, like I was in the crowd that year and it was crazy.
Yeah, and I reckon there was the meet got like postponed for a little bit or stopped because of the weather, and then Zatopek I think was meant to be the last event, but because it was going to be on like live radio at a particular time, they then had to move Zatopek before some of the other events so they could keep up with like the radio schedule. Yeah. There you go.
The radio schedule.
Yeah, it was being telecast on radio or something, and that's why they had to then move it because it was meant to be the last event at Olympic Park, and then it got moved, and then they had like some under 20 races afterwards.
Yeah. Anyway, stadium's gone down.
It's not quite the same aura down there anymore at the track. People still go there and train. It looked like there was just a bunch of a lot of different groups that meet there. We were fairly early. So I just jogged down there, carried my shoes, then changed and did 5 by 6 minutes, just a heart rate. The GPS on this track is fairly dodgy because you're just running around in a circle the whole time. So I didn't really care about that. I wasn't looking at pace. But if you're going to consider pace, if you want to hear it, it's 325, 328, 321, 319, 323 were the average paces. I got to the last rep and the heart rate was fairly high and wasn't really coming down. And I just thought, I'm not going to do the last rep. Probably just call it here. 30 minutes was enough for me. I knew I had a big day coming up and making, what was the thing?
Smart decisions.
Yeah, it was
harm or hinder.
Yeah.
Is this going to harm or hinder me? And no, harm or help or hinder.
Help or hindrance.
Sorry. Yeah.
Look, that's what that comment is. Now I get it. Someone put a help or hinder comment up on my Strava. It took me ages to work it out. Now I get it. Okay. I still hadn't worked it out till then. But it probably wouldn't have hindered me. Might have been good to get another 6 minutes in, but whatever. Next day, woke up, jogged around. That day was full of showing. So started out with New Balance. Then we went to ASICS. No, we went New Balance, Hoka, ASICS, Nike. And so finished at Nike, had dinner there. They catered with some do-it-yourself kebabs. They were pretty good, actually. Pretty delicious, really. Tried on the ACG. What do they call it? The
Kipchoge thing from New York.
The Kipchoge top, yeah. So that was interesting. A funny looking thing on you. It's like a little croppy thing. Like it's pretty short, and it's got holes like in your elbow, your inner elbow, and holes in your bicep, holes in your underarm. So it feels like it's just kind of hanging on around your arms. It's hard to know if it was going to warm me up. I put it on, and then everyone came over and started laughing at me. So I got hot in it. Because everyone was looking at me, so it wasn't a very good. a little bit embarrassed, yeah. So not a good representation of that, of whether it was going to keep me cool or not. I think you need to run because it helps airflow, and the airflow is what keeps you cooler. That's the idea, anyway. So that was fun to play around with. I jogged the next day early, not early, fairly late actually, around Studley Park, which I think it's Studley Park they call it. There's like a bunch of different parks all close together. This is a hidden secret in Melbourne, this joint. I can't believe more people don't run in here. It's quite amazing how much of a trail network it is so close to the city. Speaking of Ryan Christian, when I first started running, that's who I used to run with. And he used to take me through here like a couple of times a week.
Really?
We would meet at the Skipping Girl Bridge and run across there, which is down at the end of famous street name, Burnley Street. It's called the Walmer Street Bridge. And then we would go out and do like our hour run all the way through this park here. And you can run for an hour and barely touch concrete. And it's single track and there's some technical stuff, some groomed stuff. It's beautiful out there.
Do you ever hear from Ryan Christian these days?
I saw him a couple of years ago.
For listeners, he was like a cult hero of Geelong before Moose was. He was the man, like recruiting people for premierships. Really good, laid-back fella. Great guy. And then he went to like triathlon and stuff.
So he did, but before he went to triathlon, he went to Qatar and he was studying to do his master's at that sports academy.
Aspire.
Yeah.
I think it was Aspire. I think.
Was
Probably.
that the one that Tim Cale was aligned to as well?
I reckon, yeah. They had heaps of different sports there.
Yeah, okay. He messaged me after Sydney Marathon, Moose.
Did he?
It was like, great run at Sydney Marathon. And I'm like, I must have shared a photo or something on my Instagram. I hadn't heard from him for like 10 years. I've ran way back. I did a train and run and got a response from him and haven't heard anything from him for like 10 years previously. It's really nice of him. But yeah.
He got into triathlon pretty big. I think he's not married yet, but maybe his long-term partner is a Spanish girl who is a air hostess. And so they might even live in Dubai now.
Mm.
But yeah, he was good for Geelong cross country. Very good. And he was good guy to run with too. Pretty funny dude. So yeah, that was good. Just got 10K in there. Then came home on Friday, met Ali and Kieran. They were jogging down from the information centre in Anglesea. And I wanted to do that Saturday workout like I talked about last week. So I just jogged out with them in the heavies. Pretty much just rolled straight into a fartlek. So 15 by minute on, minute off. I wanted something that I didn't really have to go that fast in. That wasn't super aggressive, so I didn't cook myself if I was going to do a long run the next day. I wanted to keep some effort between the repeats just to slow the reps down, because I think if you do 15 by a minute on and you take a minute where you stand still, you're going to blast those reps a bit harder. So I just kept the heart rate up in between them. 310, 15, 16, 308, 312, 317, 313, 9, 314, 16, 21, 03, 06, 10, 12. It's about what I ran. It was over a dirt road as well as slightly hilly, a little loop. So nothing impressive, but got the desired effect. Sort of got some fatigue in the legs. Next day, woke up, had no inclination to run hard. I did do half an hour on the treadie after that as well, just to sort of tire me a little bit more. And I felt like Saturday I had the day at home, so I actually recovered a bit more and got the 30 minutes in, no probs, on the treadie. And yeah, and then we had a 30K run the next day. Tried to keep it a little bit flatter. And when we hit the hills, didn't attack them like we have been doing. There was about 10 of us in this group. Good group. Yeah, 30K, 424s. It was only like 450 meters of climbing, which a normal run here is probably 550 to 600, I reckon. We did sort of take a few hills out, but still, I mean, compared to some other long runs that you see done in Melbourne, that is a really hilly run. Like the crew that run along the beach, ran over Park, down the Yarra Flats, that's still hilly.
That's a good week from you with the stress of going to Melbourne and back, out of your own bed, trying to figure out the air conditioner in the hotel.
It's like operating a spaceship, those things. They're bloody hard work. They make them complicated. Yeah, I'm happy with it.
That's it. Remind me the due date of the twins.
Well, Bree just told me before I was a week behind. So she said she's 34 weeks on Thursday, and the doctor said you're not going past 37 at all.
Oh, Moose, this is coming soon. You got 2 long runs left in you.
Yeah, well, maximum. Yeah. So the doctor also said on Tuesday last week it could come at any time at the moment.
Be ready.
Yeah, be ready. Exactly. Like
the
bags
twins traditionally come. Do twins always come early? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, 37 weeks is early, but it's not uncommon at all to be anytime from now on.
Oh, we've got to have some people on standby, Croaks, for these fill-in gigs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you will.
Yeah,
I can. Yeah,
no pressure from our end. And I'm saying that to Bree, not to you. Yeah, she will have her husband to help.
Oh, it's gonna be nuts. The closer it gets, the more I'm like going, so how is this going to work? With one here and one over there, and it's not like you can just get a 4-year-old get in the shower with both of them, holding both of them, like wriggling around. Yeah.
Benny was first Aussie at that Zatopek too.
Benny over Collis?
Yeah, so it was Josephat Menjo from Kenya.
Yeah, he got the win. Nike kit on. I remember it.
Yeah,
yellow. Yeah.
And then it was Benny, then Bobby Curtis, Adrian Blinko, Luke Kipkosgei, Liam Adams, then Collis.
Oh, right.
It was actually the 50th anniversary of the Zatopek meet. And I remember the night before, Bruce McAvaney did the greatest Zatopek never to be run. And it was basically him doing a full-on like race call of 10,000 meters with all of the greatest runners up until that point. I reckon we may have put it in the link to one of our shows back in the day. It's on YouTube. It goes for like 15 minutes.
It's pretty weird.
It is a bit weird, but all of the great 10,000 meter runners from the past. I won't tell you who wins.
What about if I can do some creative stuff, I'll insert the last 600 meters of the audio here and the listeners can listen to it and hope that we don't get in trouble.
I've got the link. I've got the YouTube link. I'll flick it through to you.
Send it through to me. I'll see what I can do. It may not be publicly, but we'll definitely be able to put it on Patreon behind the paywall just so we don't get done for any copyright stuff.
You can call it in. Yeah. Call it in. That's great. We're set up for one of the most exciting races
sit down.
Never run, but just sit and watch.
If I look at you, I need you, all right?
Yep.
Okay.
You won't look.
Okay.
400 out, and Ron Clark leads the greatest 10,000 metres of all time.
Gee, the pressure's on.
Clarky, I hope you keep going. And Ron Clark leads. You heard what I said. Bakili moves to second, Varen third, and then Zatopek starting to wind up. Gebra Selassie and Nurmi and Yifta. Clark, has he got one last kick? Well, he never had one, so where's that last one coming in? Anyway, 300 out. Clark winding and winding. Bakili to go with him. Zatopek trying to go with Bakili and then Varen. Gebra Selassie and Nurmi. Yifta and Rono are beaten. 250 out. Clark just in front. Bakili draws level almost. And Zatopek 3 deep. And Varen lurks and waits. And then comes Gebra Selassie. It's the big 5 on the point of the turn. Clark about a half a metre. Bakili. Varen and Zatopek and Gebra Selassie. One last dash for him. The Emperor from Ethiopia. They straighten up. Clark kicks. One last kick. Zatopek joins him. Zatopek and Clark and Bakili and then Varen and Gebra Selassie. It's going to be close. You knew that. Very close. Varen takes the lead. Bakili joins him. Oh, Clarky, you've done it. Yes, you have. there are two versions. There was one if you didn't make it tonight and one if you did. Now, I've got to say, Lenny's going to sack me. I'll never get a chance to do this again in 50 years' time. But I've just got to have you winning, I'm sorry. Anyway, could you imagine Clark leading Varenne and Zadapek and Gebre Selassie and Bekele into the straight? Tim, I reckon I'd take the microphone off you if you had it. Who knows? I mean, Zadapek won 38 straight. Numi never lost over 5,000 metres. Bekele hasn't lost. Gebre Selassie unbeaten for 7 years. No one in the world would have beaten Ron Clark in Oslo when he ran 27.39. No one in the world. All great champions.
A good week from you, Moose. My week, I'm on the return to run still, my Monday. So this was just creeping things up. So leading into this week, I'd been on 3 runs. The longest had been 3 minutes. So then Monday, I had my first back-to-back day. So I had 6 by 4 minutes with 1 minute walk in between. Tuesday was elliptical. Wednesday was then 5 by 5 minutes, 1 minute walk between. Elliptical Thursday. Friday then went to 4 by 7 minutes with 1 minute jog between. Jumped on the mountain bike on Saturday to go spray paint some arrows and stuff for this race. And then Sunday afternoon was 2 by 10 minutes with 90 seconds between. So a week of 22.5 kilometres. Pretty happy for someone running. When you get to 10 minutes, you're like, all right, I'm a runner again. Like 10 minutes is like, you can get in your rhythm, you can lock in, you can let the mind wander a bit. Like 10 minutes is legit. And I actually am feeling fitter. Like I'm not looking at my watch 8 minutes in going, shit, where is this 10-minute mark? Like I'm getting close. So, and I had back-to-back today and it was fine again. So it's patient, but hopefully it's going to mean I don't have a reoccurring stress injury.
You in the barefoot shoes?
I've been just wearing Nike Vomeros.
Pretty good.
And actually, no, I wore wearing Nike Vomeros, and then I wore the because I tried to do a bit of influencing on my Strava on Friday because I was head to toe in the Say Sky kit. And if you use inside IRP 15, you get 15% off your Say Sky kit, which we'll tell you about a bit later on. But they very nicely sent me their collab with Puma not so long ago. I'm not sure if you boys knew that, but this suitcase arrived and I had some shoes and like some kit and it was very beautiful stuff. So I wore a Puma shoe. I don't think I've ever ran in a Puma shoe before. It didn't even come in a box. Like, it come in this really like trendy kind of like bag, like a shoe bag to keep it in. So I don't actually know the name of the shoe, but it felt pretty good. It felt it definitely wasn't like super high stack, but it felt very supportive and stuff. I might get the name so I can actually reference it next week. I did try to send it through to you, Moose, but you weren't quite sure.
You sent one photo of like a close-up of the inside of the shoe that I couldn't really see. So send me a couple more photos. I'll be able to tell you.
I thought a shoe dog would be better than that, Croaks. Should be one quick glance, recognise the shoe. And it's in a special colourway too. So like this is a special Say Sky colourway.
Why are you trying new shoes during this period, though? I thought you'd just be like, all right, stick to something that you at least know, you're safe.
Oh, no, this is a safe shoe. Like, I looked at it out of the bag and I'm like, this is like, so Nike sent me that Femero Premium and I'm like, whoa, we're not ready for that yet. Like, I could visually look at this and go, there's no risk involved.
How much you been eating? You up to 58, 68 kilos, whatever you're going for?
62 kilos. Yeah, I got a lot of messages about how confused you guys were last week. Like even Zaka was like, hey, that whole chat went straight over their head. So I knew what you were talking about. I'm talking about how I'm a different version of myself now. So I've got to eat, but eating wasn't my problem pre-injury, the training potential.
Who diagnosed you with not eating enough?
Just these good physios in my DMs. They're like, eating more calories can only help your recovery and reduce the risk of getting re-injured.
Do you know what will reduce the risk of you not getting injured again?
Doing that session 3 days after a marathon?
Yeah.
And then doing a half marathon
yeah, we've been there.
We've been there.
So I'm not going to do that, but I'm also going to make sure I'm adequately fueled.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation.
You know what else reduces that risk? Like running real low mileage. You should just run real low mileage from now on. because the risk will be really low that you
What,
get that you
forever?
Yeah, forever.
No, I want to get back up to high
No, you want to
mileage.
reduce the risk of you getting injured, don't you?
You're being a dickhead now. Like,
No,
you,
I
know,
don't.
you know what I mean.
The first message I got, Brady, injury free for 20 years, starts overcompensating with food. First
Yeah.
message in my inbox.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got to think, though, Brady, who was injury free for 20 years, is now a different Brady in this next stage because I've come off a stress injury. So I'm 6 to 7 times more likely to have another stress injury because I've come off a stress injury.
Yep.
Like, you would look at me and say, you're quite lean.
Very lean.
Yeah.
Being
Very
2
lean.
kilos heavier is not going to, I don't think it's going to hurt my running ability too much, and it can only help having that extra fuel and weight.
I'm making fun of the fact that you have got a few DMs and you're just jumping on board whatever anyone tells you.
These are from health professionals, Bruce. I know these people. They've done research.
Oh, they've done research. Good.
I hope that. I wouldn't be just taking DMs off just random people.
I actually have a question for you too, both of you. Given there's a lot of hesitancy now to lose weight as runners. What happens if someone comes back to running? Like, let's say, give your example, Brady. Let's say you healthily put on 4 more kilos, right? You start running at 62, 63 kilos.
Yeah.
And you're running for a while and you're thinking, okay, probably time to go back to the weight where I was uninjured for 15 years and I want to start performing a bit better. And because we know, like, being lighter is a good performance, like, especially if you've had to go to work hard to put weight on. So your natural weight has been around that 68 kilos, right? Or no, 58. 58. So your natural weight has been 58. Yeah. You've gone 15 years, no problems. You don't fluctuate too much. Let's say you put in an effort, right, and go, I'm going to get up to 62 kilos.
Yeah.
And you're 62 kilos for 3 months, you're happy.
Yep. And back at 160K a week. No niggles.
So 160K a week, right? And like the advice is, like, you can't be underfueled, okay? So you can't underfuel. So you need to be taking in as many calories as you're burning. But if you don't have a deficit of calories, you're not going to lose weight. So at what point do you have to start underfueling or running a calorie deficit to reduce that weight again?
Yeah, and so throw in the also point that you've been back going for 6 weeks at 160 Ks a week, and you run a 5K and you run 15:15, and you're like, those extra 4 kilos might be the difference between 15:15 and 14:25.
And just, I think we need to reiterate here, this isn't someone who's already got their weight down to a performance level where they've been running their best. Like, you've actively put on weight, and now you are finding that you were a better athlete and you were a healthy athlete still at less weight. So we're not encouraging people to lose weight here.
No.
But myself, I'm in the same boat, right? I'm at 74 kilos. I was racing well at 67 kilos and not getting hurt. So for me, I'm thinking, what is a healthy calorie deficit for me to train in and survive in that's still that allows me to lose weight but not get into energy deficiency?
Yeah. It's it's a really, really good point, really good question. And I was thinking about Jake Smith as you were saying it. Like, he looks visually so different, and now he's starting to run his, like, best times. I think he also refers to his new PBs, like when he's out of reds and stuff. But then we weren't in reds, so
that's
it's like because he's proved that he can run just as good at with an extra. He must be 8 or 10 kilos more.
I think a lot of the time, though, when people like you, Brady, who are used to running high mileage, like it's quite easy for you to put on that 4 kilos when you're not running much.
No, but I still haven't. I'm still trying. I'll put on like 1.5 K.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling to get to 60.
But I think you could still eat a fair bit. But once you start getting up to 100-mile weeks,
And it's summer, you're sweating.
I reckon your weight will just naturally come down without having to really focus on a deficit.
Yeah.
It's just you're running so many miles. It's when you're not running a lot of miles that then it's harder to, I guess, shed the weight.
I put that question to a dietitian actually, and I won't, like, it wasn't official or anything, just a friend who's a dietitian. I said, I said, this was the question: what's the ideal level of calorie deficit required to sustain performance but also safely lose weight? For a competitive runner who's sitting about 5% heavier than their race weight and has never suffered from REDs in the past. So the answer was 2 to 5%. That was an off the cuff, unofficial answer to my question.
Yeah. And do not take any food or weight related advice. We've had a conversation about it, and we haven't said anything definitive other than Moose just throwing 2 to 5% out there.
Well, I need to know because I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be the big guy on the start line. It's hurting my performance.
Yeah.
And
ideally, my first 5K back is 14:30, and I weigh an extra 2 kilos.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you can run well at a higher weight, then it's just your weight.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good weight to have.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be stupidly thin. I'm just like, I've been doing a lot of upper body weight training that's put on mass, and it's no good for me. So I need to get rid of it a little, like, and yeah, I'll stop doing upper body weight training. That's going to start. But yeah, I feel like we're always just talking about eating more, and we're always talking about avoiding the REDS situation, which is like obviously way more consequential than carrying a little bit extra weight. But the topic of losing weight safely is never really discussed anymore. It's always
it has flipped itself on the head though. Like, no one knew what REDS was 5 years ago. Remember when it was called the female
triad,
yeah, and it like wasn't really common in men. So like it's been a good shift.
It's been a really good shift, and it's been really good for, well, trying to avoid bone injury mainly.
Yeah, and there's way more bone injuries now than it seems like there were 5 years ago.
I also think the biggest shift has come around fueling, like before sessions, in sessions, and after sessions. Like more so than just talking about general diet. I feel like that's an area where people are taking on way more before sessions, taking on heaps more during sessions than, like, people never used to take on much at all in sessions. Whereas now I've seen like the on group in Boulder, they're on a treadmill taking on carbs in between like reps. Like that never used to happen.
And even like you think about calorie intake, I'm out there taking, well, what was I taking? Like on my long run. So let me just work that out actually. Let me just work out the calories I took. So I took 120 grams of carb, and that's what, 4.2. So I took like an extra 500 calories. 500 calories during exercise. Like if you didn't, that's a lot of calories, like that goes in that swing. I'm like, I reckon that's probably contributed to a lot of that red situation in the past. Just that's a lot. Like I'm recovering so much better from that too.
Yeah, it's got to help. Got to help. Good chat, fellas. Do you want to thank some Patreon supporters? Croaks, you want to kick things off?
Yep, I've got Agley Ciazate, and pretty sure she lives in Lithuania, but Strava's locked down. She's run 6 of the 7 marathon majors, with 3:20 being her fastest in Berlin and 3:32 her slowest, which was Chicago. She did run Sydney in 2024, so Sydney's the only one, I guess, that she hasn't run as an official marathon major. According to LinkedIn, she's an independent board and audit committee member at Lithuanian airports. And her bio says executive consultant, enthusiast on implementing value-adding organizational transformation and business growth projects, marathoner and Ironman finisher.
There you
So
go.
lot going on there. But yeah, thank you for your support, Agley.
That's a good bio.
It was. I don't reckon we would have many Patreons from Lithuania.
You wouldn't think so, would you? I can see like a like a graph of the world where our listeners are.
Oh, pull it up. That'd be good to see.
Yeah, I'll get that one day. I'll send
That's a
it
pretty
through
good
to
split, though, I reckon. Like, so she's run between 3:20 and 3:32 for all of the marathons. So, like, including like Sydney's in that as well. Yeah, it's pretty good when you consider you've got like New York and Boston and Sydney, which aren't like the quickest courses. It's funny that the slowest one's Chicago.
Yeah, might have got a hot and windy day or something, though, Croaks.
Yeah, maybe.
Know the year. Did we? I wonder if she was at any of the events that we did at Sydney. Would have been lovely to meet her.
No, it was 2024. She ran Sydney.
Sorry.
So the year before it became a major.
I would have thought. I thought they were giving majors tickets out for that though. I thought
What, you
They
reckon?
gave you a start, didn't they, the year after or not?
Oh, I thought you got a medal for it.
What, you reckon she get to like seven
You
star
don't.
medal?
Had to do it this year to get the star.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon as well.
You did. You can't just be doing it the year before.
Well, they gave out medals for Cape Town, and the event didn't even run.
Did they? You got a medal.
Yeah, they got a medal.
And a shirt.
What about, I had a few extra, I had about 50 medals yesterday, like extra medals and participants. And like the kids who do the junior dash, they get an ice cream voucher because the entry is like $10. And then I just hear like our event director who did, what's that, race director who did a brilliant job. She's just on the microphone like, we've also got some spare medals. And I strategically didn't get the year placed on the medal so I could reuse them again next year. So then the Gildees Junior go, we'll rock up to school today, there's medals. It's actually not a bad PR experiment. All these kids at school are walking around with their Sweatverse team medals, all these 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. But now they're all going to rock up next year thinking they're getting a medal.
Well, I'll give you a tip about events, Brady.
Have medals?
The kids love a medal. You
Yeah,
got to
but-
give the kids a medal.
No, so we got an ice cream voucher because the entry's like, you can't be giving out like a $7 medal and then charge the kids like $30 to run a K.
You just wear a little bit of that.
Do you? Okay.
Well, $7.
They're
for a
usually
medal.
very stoked with an ice cream
That's
voucher.
a pretty good medal. $7.
I think that's what it was. Zaka paid for him and
That
organised
is, Zach has stitched you up there. I reckon he might have pocketed a bit. They don't cost $7 each.
I think he actually uses his own company, like he does that for his actual
yeah,
job.
love that.
Merch and
Love
stuff.
that.
Probably takes the commission on that. Or something, too.
Good
No,
on
he
him.
wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that. Who do you think, Moose?
I am thinking Lee Stokes from Tokyo. There you go. Doesn't sound like a real Japanese name.
I think he's moved. I think he lives in Tokyo. He's moved over there from Australia.
Okay. All right. You know him, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. There's just assumption you made.
Well, keep reading. You
Okay. He's run 16:43 for 5K at the Futa-Kotamagawa Parkrun. Futa-Kotamagawa Parkrun. And I'm pretty sure he's run 35:12 at the 2018 Albert Park 10K, 77:58 at the 2018 Burnley Half, and 2:45 at the 2001 Cadbury Marathon. And it says that his primary club is Parkrun.
Yeah, so there's photos on his Strava where he's like wearing like the Parkrun singlet. And so I don't know whether he's actually like works for Parkrun over in Japan. Not sure, but he seems to be heavily involved in Parkrun.
Did you check LinkedIn?
I did check LinkedIn. There wasn't too much.
Not everyone's on LinkedIn, mate.
Yeah, but still, if he's a big dog at Parkrun, you'd think he'd have a profile. You're right, Croaks. Good. Thank you, Lee, for your support of the Inside Running podcast. I'm going to thank Killian Butimer from Melbourne. He ran 16:37, so very close to Lee for 5K. Best 10K time of 34:54 came during this year's run for the kids. That's pretty good going because there's a few hills in there. So to get a 10K PB there is good going.
Yeah, but you go through the tunnel there and your GPS goes haywire.
It's true, Moose.
Would you hit the 10K split before the tunnel?
Come on. We're
Would
not
you hit
giving
it, though?
10K splits from Run for the Kids when you go through a tunnel.
Okay. 76:58 at this year's Ballarat Half Marathon. That one's certified. We'll give him that. Not a lot of running since the end of July, so we hope he's okay. We think he works at Total Piping and Mechanical. Good on you, Killian, for your support of the Inside Running podcast. If you like what we do, the show brings you value. You can support us, keep us alive each and every week at patreon.com/Inside Running Podcast. Our Road to Valencia guest, who was meant to be the bonus content for last week's, who I did put on to this week because I was super busy last week. She just sent me a message saying she's out at DNS. So we're gonna have to find somebody else to fill that spot for this week. Croaks, do you reckon we get Rob Wilson? Need an update from him, get all that testing stuff. I've got a few other people on my hit list written down in front of me as well. The UK monthly boys are fired up and they're ready to go as well. They do have a plan to record this weekend, so that will be on the bonus channel as well.
Yeah, I got a couple of people I could hit up as well.
All right, that's good.
I do have to do another episode with Rob.
Yeah, well, so there might be 2 cracks. We might even try for 2. It could be a big week for Patreon content. Quick shout out to the Open Fit 2 Plus from Shox. If you've been looking for the perfect workout headphones, the new Open Fit 2 Plus from Shox should be at the top of your list. Open ear design keeps you aware of your surroundings, ideal for people always on the move. They're designed for secure, stable fit that stays put no matter how hard you train, yet still feel comfortable even through the long sessions. Dolby Audio gives you a deep, detailed tones and immersive clarity, perfect for music, podcasts, or a long-run playlist. The Shox Black Friday sale is now live with up to 32% off. Go check it out via the link in the show notes and use the code IRP15 for your exclusive listener discount. Running news. This week's race results are brought to you by Axel Coffee. Good news for Sydney siders. If you're a listener up there in Sydney, Axel Coffee is opening its first Sydney store in Surrey Hills on the 26th of November 2025. To celebrate the opening, they're hooking up with Inside Running podcast listeners with one free small coffee. Just pop in during the opening week, mention IRP at the register, and you'll get a free coffee. There are terms and conditions that apply for that as well. That's nice of him.
Oh.
We'd have a few listeners up there in Sydney as well. Get down there, Surrey Hills. Not sure I know anything about Sydney, but hopefully that's a nice spot.
I think that's where Tommy works.
It's very close to it's very close to like Central Station. So it's, pretty much in the city. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tommy would be in there, wouldn't he, Moose? He'll be taking advantage
He will
of that.
if it's free. He is a man who likes to accumulate money and spend very little money.
Okay. I'd love if we get a photo of him in store, it would be really good. Let's see if we can make that work.
Yeah, Tommy's running World Cross Trials week before Valencia.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that now because they did release the fields. Is it the week before, but isn't it the Friday night?
Well, it's a Friday, so it's like nine days before.
Friday through to... Isn't Cam Myers doing it as well?
Yep.
Yeah, but Cam's like he wouldn't go to World Cross if he finished in the top 6.
Well, not in the 10K. Yeah.
No.
He'll do the relay with Jess Hull, won't he? Like that'd be all organised.
Yeah, if they send a team.
Surely they're going to send a team.
Got to send a team.
Why? If Jess Hull is saying, I want to pretty much captain this team and she's trying to recruit people, if they don't send a team, we'll start like a GoFundMe or a riot, one of the two. Who else? Morgan McDonald coming back?
Yep, Morgan McDonald's on the start list. Seth's there.
Setho.
Ed Marks. Like it's actually like a really, really good field. Like I'll let's maybe touch on it later in the show, like what's coming up, and I'll have actually the start list up.
Yeah, cool. I'll take you to South Australia though. They had their 5,000 metre championships. Alexander Stitt. Listeners might be familiar with his name from his results over in college. 3:35 1,500 metre guy. Maybe like a 3:53 or 4 miler as well. So this guy's a real deal. Just living in an era that 3:35 1,500 metres don't make you one of the top runners in Australia. He won it. So he's a Queenslander. I'm not sure what he was doing in South Australia, but he ran 13:58. Adrian Potter was second, 14:03. Jacob Cox third, 14:18. Kate Holland-Smith got the win in the women's, 16:44. Tiana Ketter was second in 16:53, and Emily Waz was third in 17:14. We often talk about well, we don't often, but last week, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the 10K not having a lot of numbers, but this one had quite a few different fields here, a few different heats, Croaks.
Yeah, a lot more depth.
Yeah. Oh, they ran it all as one race though, or two races. 2 races in total. 3 races in total.
What you got in the men's?
4 or 5.
You're missing Matt Clark, Adam Goddard, Riley
Isaac
Cox, Isaac Hayne. Who else is there that's been good in that area? Max Stevens.
He shouldn't be there because he ran that many marathons this year.
Fraser Darcy.
Fraser Darcy had a blinder at Sydney, yeah. Then Melbourne.
In the ladies, you've got Jess, Izzy, both doing Valencia. So obviously,
Caitlin
Adams.
She's come off Melbourne as well, though. That's understandable.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go to Vic Milers Club Moose. Did you watch it when you're on conference? You got the stream going?
I watched it when yes, I did. But I tuned in late because I was back after dinner. And Bree actually clued me in. She goes, just watching Vic Milers. Lol. And I said, okay, I might get on that too. That sounds great. So I pulled it up and I saw the B race going out. Seth was in front there. And our man, Ben Stevens, he was in second place for this race. But Seth won that race in 8:16 as a bit of maybe a 85-90% effort perhaps. And then he went back out into the A race and he ran 7:55 to win that. I think he ran pretty evenly. It was like front pack, but Seth left them pretty early and ran his own race into the finish. So broke the Milers record. Vic Milers record. Ben Buckingham had run under 8 before. Seth beat that. It was down at Sandringham track. The lighting situation was average. They were rolling generators and some temporary lights there. I think in the A race, Lucas Chiss ran very well for 8 minutes flat. I think he's only 18 years old. And then Will Lewis just outkicked by Lucas and ran 8 flat 0.73. So quality race there. In the ladies, another good race, bit different though. Katherine Dowie was out front for the majority of the race, but at about 500 to go, Tess Kirsop Cole pulled up on her, and Tess being 800 meter girl, doing a bit of longer stuff here, she handled it pretty well. So she pulled up on Katherine about 600 out, kind of stayed with her, and then 400 to go, kind of blasted away and ran 9:33. And Katherine with 2 seconds behind, 9:35. And Sophie Hall was in the next pack back, ran 9:45. So it was pretty cool out there. It was a bit odd with the darkness. It was that not like that night that the lights went out at, was it Box Hill when the lights went out?
No, it was Essendon, wasn't it?
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think it definitely wasn't Box Hill. I think it was Essendon or somewhere different. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, in the end, that's what it was. Pretty good to see Seth out there. He was a standout within the race. I mean, 3K for him, kind of pretty good spot, I reckon. What's he run, like
7:37, I think.
Oh, I think it was quicker than that. I think it was like 7:35.
Was it? Yeah.
7:35.
Okay. So the gap between, I'm just looking at the results now. So he does the B race at 8:37, and then he does the A race at 9:01.
Yeah.
Do we know why? Was there any explanation on the stream? Was it a workout night for him?
Yeah.
Didn't he punch like some quick 300s after that? I saw Len Johnson's article.
Yeah, I think it was like a 10K specific training session for him or something.
Okay.
So 8:16. What's that pace for 10K? That's 2:45s.
So what's that? 27:30?
It's a good question. Yeah.
And so that's 2:45s. Yeah, whatever that equals. Don't know. And then he's run 7:55, which is quicker.
I think it's 20. It's like under 26:40 because he's in 8 minutes is 2:40s. Is that right?
Certainly not 10K pacing, is it? Like,
He'll do an Instagram video or something about it, won't he?
I think he might have put something up
Oh,
already.
something up already. I've hardly been online the last 48 hours. Croaks, you watched it?
What's that?
Seth's one. Have you seen anything from Seth?
No, or I've seen lots of his rants on Instagram lately.
Or is he starting to tee off on people?
Oh, just like,
Seth on the
just
loose.
becoming quite opinionated on like, hills are no good. And if you want to find out more, message this code word to him and he'll send more information. I don't know.
How's that work when influencers do that?
I don't
Then
know.
you
but
look, I never kind of read the captions and I'm like, why is this video got 800 comments? And then you check all the comments are like, deal, or whatever.
Pace. And then it's like, and then he'll message saying, yeah, I've just sent you a DM or whatever. It's like, it seems like it's a lot of work for him.
Nah, it'd have to be automated.
Got to be automated.
It'd have to be automated, like AI or something. It must be some influencer kind of trick because I've seen it.
I think it's to sell his coaching plans and business.
Okay.
So the posts, like, they're definitely a bit more sensational than they used to be with like the topics, and I hate that about social media is that it's all clickbaity. Like, in order for someone to watch a video, it's all, like, you got to grab their attention straight away, or you got to say something controversial. And
but Seth didn't have to do that because he was getting a following because his videos and Instagram stuff was quite unique as it was.
Yeah, well, it's fine. I don't mind someone having an opinion like this. Like, it's good that he's got, and it's good that he sort of is explaining to a degree his training and like the reasoning behind stuff. You probably
I still love the fact that Mona is his mentor, and the two things that I've seen from Seth lately are long runs are overrated and hills are overrated, and that is the bread and butter, the backbone of Mona's training.
I mean, Cam Myers does both those things too, right? Dick Telford does a lot of that.
What's that?
Hills and long runs.
Cam, a bit different. Cam's a 1,500 meter runner and he's young. Like, his long run's only 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But definitely does hills. Yeah.
I'm going to next video he puts up, I'm going to comment whatever the code word is and just see what I get back.
Yeah.
You just reckon you get a DM like, here's the link to my coaching service or something. If you want to learn
let
more.
us know. I'm interested.
I'll do it. Point to Pinnacle happened, the world's hardest half marathon, Croaks.
Yeah, iconic run down in Hobart, runs to the top of Mount Wellington. This year, because it was I don't know if it was like the 20th or 30th anniversary, they were putting up a decent amount of prize money, I think, for like a course record. Sam Clifford, he got the win, 81.29. And I think that was about 21 seconds faster than Benny St. Lawrence's course record. So he got 2,000 for the win and 3,000 for the course record. It's not a bad day. Jimmy Hansen was second in 85.36 and Leo Peterson was third in 86.40. In the women's, Danette Sheehan was first, an hour 41. Alice McGushin was second, 1:44. And Madeline Murray was third in an hour 50. So that was Point to Pinnacle. And then there's this 5,000 metre race down in Wollongong, which these guys do a pretty good job down there of trying to like build a bit of hype around the sport. They had a 5,000 metre race on a crick track and got a pretty good field. Like Josh Phillips, he got the win in 14:07. Luke Hintz was second, 14:09. And Tommy DeCano was third in 14:10. In the women's, Ainsley Van Graan was the winner, 16:37, beat Matilda Cole, 17:18. And Ashley Gardner was third in 17:42.
Bit of cash up, Croaks?
Yeah, there was. I think, well, of course, Tommy was there. It's got to be cash. I think it was $1,500 for the win and then maybe like $750 for second and $300, maybe $350 for third, something like that.
That's good. See, Sam Clifford got $5,000 for the Point to Pinnacle.
Yeah, just said he got $2,000 for the win and $3,000 for the course record.
I was reading these results. Yeah, that's a good payday too, isn't it? Some money around on the roads.
That's a seriously good run down there.
Yeah, well, that was Benny when he was pretty fit too, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2018, Benny's course record.
Yeah. Yeah, so not like peak Benny when he's at the Olympics fit.
No, 2018. Not 2012, but yeah, he was going reasonably well.
Yeah. Yep, that's good from Sam Clifford. That's the runner news. Thanks to Axel Coffee for this week's runner news. Check them out at axelcoffee.com.au. Remember that Axel Coffee is opening its first Sydney store in Surrey Hills on the 26th of November 2025. To celebrate the opening, they're hooking up the Inside Running Podcast listeners with one free small coffee. Just pop in during opening week, mention IRP at the register. Terms and conditions apply. Product review time, boys. Say Sky. This arrived a couple of different shipments, didn't we?
Well, yeah.
You guys complained you didn't get the suitcase, and then you just got a bit of stuff delivered, and then you got a second shipment as well.
I got some tights, shorts, t-shirt, and a windbreaker jacket, and then was it last week or the week before? I got a pair of Say Sky / Puma shoes.
Which ones did you get?
I sent them through to you.
Oh, the Velocity. You got the Velocity Nitro. Yeah.
Did yours come in a box or just like a cool little bag?
Mine came in a box.
Okay.
So talk me through that shoe, Moose. What's that one designed for?
Well, that shoe is like the old Pegasus Turbo. Oh, okay. So it uses like a high quality foam in a lower stack package, a bit of flexibility in there, very light. It's also really inexpensive. It's probably the most value for money you get in a shoe out there, given that the foam is so good, and it only costs $180, I think. So right up your alley, Croaks. Right up your alley. Just milk as much as you can from a shoe. I haven't actually done much running in that one. I got a different shoe. I got a slightly more cushioned, slightly more like protective style in the Magnify. But yeah, that Velocity is pretty popular out there for the younger crowd anyway. Definitely a good younger person shoe. I'm not sure. You'll probably wear it down to little A's, I reckon.
Maybe. I used to love the old Peg Turbo.
Yeah, well,
it's
everyone
one of my favorite shoes. So
everyone did. You were different time back then.
Yeah, I was a little bit. It wasn't as injury prone back then. So Brady, what kit have you been running in then?
Oh, just firstly, I was like, I didn't know it was available, Say Sky, in Australia. Like, I'd always seen Chriso, like the European scene. Obviously, it's a Copenhagen brand. I remember talking to like Reese Edwards about it. Remember he spent some time over in the UK, and we were talking to him about it. Recently, and Zaka was there, and we were saying how we've got this deal with Say Sky coming up in November, and he's like, oh, I don't know if I should repeat this because he's actually sponsored by another brand, but he was like, that a lot of people in Europe wore that when I was over there. It's really good quality stuff. And I always knew it was like top quality stuff, but I didn't actually know it was accessible to us here in Australia, just via their website. So that was really good. And they kind of reached out and sent me some kit. I actually wore the Say Sky white singlet for Sydney Marathon. This was like way before I even knew we were doing some stuff with him in November. So yeah, Chriso kind of got me onto it. I just love the simplicity in like the cuts and the design. Like the text isn't too big on some of the stuff that it's in your face. It's classy, and it's also edgy. Like, I'm not sure what you guys got with like pattern designs and stuff, but I got some of that, like, is it like ice camo? Like, you know, like the white and the grey and the camo, but like I'm like, this is cool. Like, it's just designs that you rarely see other brands kind of come out with, and some of their prints and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been in this for a while. The tights, I wore the long tights last week. Like, it was cold one of the days last week. It was like 3 degrees in the middle of November. So I was like head to toe, long sleeve and long tights and gloves on for one of my easy runs when I was doing like 5-minute reps or something. So that was good to test out. That was like the Puma Say Sky like collaboration pair of tights, which were really good. Got the zips at the bottom. I had my phone very easy in the side pocket, which is good for the half tights as well. They fit phones and gels in, no worries. And there's kind of this, you might know better terminology, Moose. Like, it's not ribbed with the half tights, but it's got some texture.
It's ribbed.
Is that what it's called? It's ribbed?
Yeah.
I've got the right word? Okay, yeah. So they got this ribbed-like feature on the half tights as well. So I was pre-Sydney as well. I was testing some of them out to see if that would be my half title choice with some longer workouts. I reckon I did maybe I think I did a 30K progression run in the half tights, and they handle the gels in the pockets, no worries at all. 90-gram precision, both sides. So yeah, I've been stoked with it, and yeah, kind of blown away that it was accessible, because I actually thought it was just a Chris O from Norway kind of brand. I'd always see him getting around in it. So yeah, good. Socks are good. Hat's good. What else did I get? Oh, I haven't tested out the shoes yet. That's like, I want to get rolling to wear that Fast R Say Sky, like collab.
Fast R3, yeah.
Pair of shoe. Yeah. That looks so good.
Yeah. I'm not sure about it's just my fashion sense, but I'm just not sure about the the design, the fashion stuff. It's just not me. When I see a pair of high-end race shoes, I go, I want my race shoes to feel fast. I don't want them to look like I've just walked down the runway in Paris, or like I'm chilling at the coffee shop. It's a weird shoe model to put your fashion sort of design on. And it's been voted. I saw someone had voted it like one of the best looking shoes of all time, kind of thing. I'm not sure exactly who that was. And I thought, oh yeah, well, I'm not a fashionable person, but I like that
yes,
sort
you
of.
are. You're a fashionable guy.
I don't know.
The shoe I've got, I'm just on their website now. It is the Puma type, Say Sky Velocity Nitro 4.
Oh, you got the Nitro 4? I thought you said you had the Forever. I thought it was the Forever.
I said I didn't know, and I sent you a picture, but I should have just looked it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's one Croaks has got.
But have you not got in the Say Sky colorway, Croaks?
Yeah, I got it in the Say Sky colorway.
That's good. It's not like crazy shoe, is it? Like how I was describing it before.
No, it's good. It's perfect. It's perfect for you to come back in.
Oh, look at me, knowing what I'm doing. I knew to stay away from the Vomero Premium, because I'm like, that looks like a spaceship, whereas this one looked like a safe option.
Yeah, I ran in the half tights. I ran in firstly the it's like the combat rib half tight. I think it's 8 inches. So it's a fairly long cut, but the fit is quite small. So for me, the medium was fitting pretty short and tight. The quality, very good. Like immediately you can tell the materials are good, but it is a pretty small fit for me. I probably would go a large, and I'm a medium, like in a Nike Aero Swift or a Lululemon, I'm a medium. So just on that, they're fairly small fits. For the tops, I'm a medium in On and Nike, but I'm a large in Say Sky t-shirts as well. So it's a pretty small cut, but the large fits me perfect, and really nice material. Both those t-shirts. One of them was a little, I don't know the names of them, I should look at that, but I had a navy blue one, which classy cut. And then there was another one that had like a floral pattern on it. And I'm big on that. I love floral patterns on shirts. I never thought I'd get one in a running shirt, but here you go.
Bruce, on the ribbed tights, did you like that adhesive bit at the base of it to stop them from sort of riding up?
Yeah, you knew you had them on. They weren't going anywhere. One thing I didn't love was the sweat patch that developed. So because they're not black, and you start sweating through your crutch, you just got this area that looks like you kind of pissed yourself.
Yeah, I went intentionally black for the second pair for that reason.
Yeah. I love coloured half tights. I think they're awesome, and I'm a big if I see a coloured half tights, I'm picking it, because I think black half tights are just real boring. And then you do a workout and you're like, shit. And then you think, who gives a fuck? I'm running. Who cares if there's a sweat patch? I'm supposed to have sweat patches that I'm running. The combat tight, a little bit longer, a little bit more generous fit, a little bit thicker. That was a better fit for me in the large. In the medium. It fit me perfect. So
what colour did you get, Moose?
I got an army green.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, they're durable. They're going to last me a long time, you can tell. And probably that coming out of winter tight, probably wouldn't put those on a 30-degree day. I just want a little bit more of a thinner material than those ones. But that's perfect mornings right now. Long run, when it's 10 to 15 degrees. Pockets, they listen to the runner. They know where to put the pockets. It's not that hard, guys. just put a couple of slide
Yeah.
pockets on the side. Like, it's simple stuff, but you get it right with a good material. And it doesn't cut into my stomach either. Some of those half tights at the moment, like the Lulu ones, if you do them a bit tight, the waistband's a little bit too aggressive, and I come back from a long run, I've just got like cuts from the half tight digging into my skin a little. So that was good about the combat tight.
What else you got, Croaks?
I got the Pace shorts, 5-inch. So these ones so the tights don't have an inbuilt like undie liner, whereas these shorts do. And these ones are good for combination of, I guess, jogging and also just going to the gym. Like, they're a good sort of gym short for me. What else did I get? I got the Clean Flow t-shirt to match the combat short tight 9-inch. And they also gave me this Clean Pace shield jacket. Did you get that Moose?
Is that the red one?
Mine's green. It's basically like a wind blocker, and it's like the material. It's like I can't remember what they call it, but it's like quality stuff. It's got a hood on it. And we had like a really cold track session like 2 weeks ago, and I wore that. So that was quality stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see that image of that trench coat that I just sent in the group chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I can't wait for winter to pull that one out. Like, imagine me rocking up at the Jells Park Relays Moose, pair of long tights underneath that.
Yeah,
got that trench
good,
on.
actually. Is
Cool,
that waterproof too?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, it's not cold enough to wear it here at the moment, and it's like you got to save that for XCR. But you're about right about, like, they know where to put stuff for runners. Like, I know the contact that we had. Like, he's a 2:23 marathon guy. Like, he knows the sport, he knows running, he knows what works. So extremely great.
You're able to fit the 90-gram pouches in the side pockets.
Yep.
On these tights.
Yep. There's a back one too. Is it back middle?
Yeah. The back ones are pretty wide, like pretty wide.
Yeah, I don't know. I might have even had one in the back and then one on the sides. But yeah, it's a snugger fit than Lulu, like with there, because you get that in quite easily. But this one you got to get it in, but you can do it.
Yeah.
And Moose, from an apparel point of view, like, I feel like years and years ago, half tights never had inbuilt undie liners in them. But then recently, like, I've had Nike ones that have had them, Lululemon have had them. So it was sort of weird going back to tights that don't have them. What are the pros and cons, do you reckon, of undie liner?
Pro of an undie liner is that it's a little more, what do you call it? Like, you can't see your dick as much.
Keeps it all in the one spot. Less bouncage.
Modest
is the right word I was looking for. It's lighter without that. Sometimes if you put a half tight on and you have a liner, it just feels all a bit bunchy. Like, it's just too much going on through the crutch area, and you feel like a bit claustrophobic there. So I actually like some half tights that don't, but they have to be a pretty tight fit for that. You probably you probably sweat more because there's more material around you if you're wearing a liner in there. I pretty much just wear running underwear under all my half tights anyway. So I wear a really thin running underwear just to stop chafe. Yeah, but the liner will prevent chafe, or sometimes can anyway. Depends on your particular geometries down there.
Yeah. Massive thanks to Sace Guy for supporting the Inside Running podcast. Do you want some whispers, fellas?
Oh, you've been way off with the whispers, mate. You have been so far off.
That's what I was going to address. I'm not like, there's a team of us behind the scenes. Like, I'm the man of the people. My DMs are open. I'll take whispers, and sometimes I go to air with them when I think there's something there, and other times I just delete them and say thanks for the whisper. If I ever reply saying great whispering, that means you're probably going to get on air. But last week we brought up that Isabel Doyle has gone from Strava, and we actually had a really good conversation about if it's healthy that pro athletes are on Strava or not. Go back and listen to it if you want to catch up. You didn't hear it last week. And then yesterday she puts up the old Instagram story in the gym, and has the tiniest little like screenshot of her Strava graph, which of course she can see because she's uploading stuff on private. And it's got weekly total mileage, 200 kilometers. So that's a bit of a like, I ain't showing anyone what's happening, but just, and a little FYI, if you're going to talk about it, I'm smacking 200K weeks, which I loved. Loved it, to be honest.
Why'd you love it?
I loved it because it's just like, just a little tease. You know what I mean? Like I got 200K worth of like Ks in my legs this week and no one's seeing it, but I'm just going to let you know that I'm not injured.
Why do you think she's gone off then?
Maybe lessen the noise.
But if you're going to lessen noise, why do you need to? She's just increasing the volume by putting that out.
Yeah, I think we've all been there as well. Like you document your training and then people go, oh, have you seen what workouts or heard what workouts these people are doing? They've got to surely run. She's got to break the Australian record.
But it's never been an issue for her in the past dealing with that. And she's run well.
Yeah, true. Maybe she's just trying something different. Maybe she doesn't want that Australian record chat in the month leading in.
Maybe she also heard me talk about that, you know, I think, what was the term you used? The sideshow of athletes still having to like, you know, keep their sponsors happy. And I said, well, you can still have the sideshow on Instagram with updates and, you know, sponsored plugs. You don't need to have Strava to do that. So maybe she's doing that.
Uncle Croak's coming through. She's definitely listening to you, mate. That is what she's done. She listened to the episode. She's like, Uncle Croaks has got it nailed here.
Yeah, I can do the sideshow without having Strava.
It's good to have this bloke fit again, isn't it, Moose?
Yeah, but you know with Croker, the better the shape, the sharper the brain.
Could be onto something
timed.
there, Croaks.
Well timed.
Could be onto something. Yeah, so I think we'll see what happens between now and what she got 3 weeks until she races. Yeah, but I just thought that was a continued whisper from last week.
Any reports on Jess Brady?
Has she done her weekly or fortnightly upload? We heard anything there? You know, we could actually approach these people and they would tell us what's going on, but it's not as fun as doing it in a segment.
Let's stay in the dark.
I know Jess put something up on Strava the other day saying it was a relatively tough week,
Didn't
tough
she put
session.
on like a 30K progression run or something? The last 20K was like at marathon pace, marathon effort?
She did like a 16K, 332s. It was 4 lots of 1K on, 2-minute float, 2K with 3 minutes jog between the sets. And it was legs are heavy. That felt tough, nearly taper time.
We'll see if one of them want to be patched in next week. Or if Moose has these twins, they'll be the first 2 we call. Moose on the loose. That's all I got.
Did we do the results of Sweat versus Steam?
Nah, Croaks didn't put him in the agenda.
Well, I thought you were going to mention it as part of just your weekly recap.
That's stiff from Croaks.
Stiff.
I just want to know. I'm mainly interested in one result. Who won the kids? Who won the kids race?
Oh, we didn't time the junior dash. I told you.
The kids race.
Junior dash 500 meters and 1K didn't get
the
time.
Community kids race for big kids.
Can I set you up here, Moose? So last week we were having this discussion. I think Moose said, "Why do you have prize money for
results
the 5K?
now?
Why do you have prize money for the 5K? Like it sort of dilutes the field. Like just have prize money on the 10K." And Brady's defense was, "Oh no, it's good. Like some young kid from town's going to he's like a 16:30 guy. Like he's going to win some prize money." And Moose was like, "Oh yeah, that's good." So now, who won the 5K?
Yeah, well, not the 16-year-old kid. He was third, and it was actually gift vouchers. I got that wrong last week. It was gift vouchers for the 5K, so no direct cash. But yeah, the local 16-year-old kid was third, and the local legend. I got a message off Chriso about this guy being back on Strava, back winning races, because the whole running community up here was pretty excited to see Archie Reid breaking the Moama Bowling Club tape there at the finish line, boys. He's back.
Which race?
15:53 to win the 10K. Matt Miller second in 16:09, and Benji Carfoot third in 16:23.
He's back, but he's not that back, Brady. 10K in 15:53.
Yeah, in the women's, I'll get you those results while we're here, Croaks. Maddie Cliff won the women's in 19:56. Edie Willis was second in 22:48, and Millie Growley was third in 23:03. second and third didn't rock up to presentation, so I got to post them their gift vouchers. And in the 10K, this was run of the day, 30.50 for Nathan Stote in the 10K. Twisty, turny course, probably 60% of it on dirt trails, and could have been 100 metres long as well. He had a great run there. Jack Gospel was second in 33.02. Tim Dooley third, 33.34. And Carly Isaac, good run to PB athlete, won the women's in 37.35, just over Hayley Waterson, who's been a long-time Patreon supporter of ours, in 37.54. And Kate Saris was third in 38.09. There we go, boys.
So, yeah.
You're not happy. You're not happy with Archie winning the 5K.
I'm not. No, that bloke he's run Zatopek before, right?
Yeah. So
he's run Zatopek and he's come down and he's run.
He's coming back off a bit of a break, been enjoying
mate,
life.
Give it a spell.
Get home for your hometown race.
Run in the
I actually thought he was in the 10K until I had to hand his dad his bib, and I'm like, I'm looking in the wrong pile.
He could have finished second in the 10K.
Why is it a problem to go out and not win a race or to run a slow time or whatever?
Breaking the tape's a pretty good feeler, Moose.
Not in that it is not. That I don't reckon Archie would be feeling that great.
No celebration. Just ran straight through the line.
You would hope so. If I even saw the slightest celebration in that race, I would be cut. That's cut off.
Maybe a double pie spin. That would have been nice. Get the finger going around.
Just wait and point at the kid that you beat as he comes in second.
Well, the guy who was in second was similar age group. It was he was 18 to 39 as well, that kid. What about I had one complaint because there weren't enough walkers in the 5K?
What do you mean?
Literally, someone said to me, we thought this was a walk as well as a run. And I'm like, so literally the gun goes and there were just a small amount of walkers who were going to walk the whole race, and then they complained that there weren't enough walkers. And I said, I can't control what the entrants do. I said, we've done this for X amount of years and there was way more walkers last year. Like, sorry, I can't help you. I can't help you there.
Do you know what yeah.
I would struggle to have your job, Brady.
Yeah. It was an interesting.
I think I would need Viv walking right next to me and her just basically giving me some sort of nudge as I was about to open my mouth.
That's a good one though.
Yeah, that was caught me by surprise. But anyway, things you experience. Anything more from Moose on the Loose?
Tell me, have I been upset about something in the message groups lately?
Well, you were talking about YouTube channels and stuff the other day. That was getting you going a bit, the rise of the YouTube channels.
The good ones?
Well, I think it's now a part of the because you see Jen Gregson launch one. I think it's a part of the toolbox. If you're a professional athlete now, you should. Andy's got one. Izzy's had one for a while. I think it's part of the media kit. If you want to be it helps your value.
I actually enjoy watching. I haven't watched those three yet, but I do enjoy watching YouTube channels or YouTube videos.
Connor Mance and Clayton Young are both injured.
Oh yeah, they get some good results. Those guys, and they push the envelope. So of course they're going to break down. You can't push the envelope like that and just be healthy your whole career. I think
Andy's timing though of the YouTube channel hasn't been great. I don't reckon. It's when did it start? Pretty much as he was starting to rebuild for Valencia. Is that right?
Yeah.
And obviously,
you never know you're going to get injured, though, do you?
Valencia's not happening. No, I know.
Imagine if he pulled it off, though, because he called it breaking records, didn't he? Would have been the vibe to go out and break your own Australian record.
Have we talked about his latest injury?
Don't think we have publicly. We said how he was off Strava as well last week, him and Izzy.
But there was no Instagram.
I don't think he's done an announcement yet. But he was here yesterday. He did the presentations for me yesterday. Kissing babies, getting selfies.
He didn't win? He didn't do it?
He didn't race. He was slinging shoes.
Yeah.
Which,
But there you go.
There you go. Listen to question, Croaks. Who's it brought to us by?
It is brought to us by Precision Fuel and Hydration. And this week's question is it safe for an experienced runner to train for 10 weeks post-injury for a slow marathon? And that question comes in from, pretty sure it's Adam Moylan. Yes. So who wants to go first?
A training question. Any more context about what the injury was?
No,
A
that's
bone
it.
stress injury?
Don't know what the injury is.
How many weeks was he off for, Croaks?
Don't know. I guess, and he's also said slow marathon. So I sort of see that as I just want to get around the event. Like I don't want to go all out and try and race it. I just want to be fit enough that I can complete it, have a bit of fun. Like I think if I had an athlete who was injured and they were an experienced runner and they had 10 weeks and they had to do this marathon, I would not be doing any marathon specific stuff. I think 10 weeks is enough time to get you conditioned to get around the marathon. But my priority would be, we need to make sure that you get through this marathon and come out the other side of it to then be able to train properly. Because if you look at 10 weeks, most people start their marathon specific stuff at sort of 10 to 8 weeks out, but they've had 8 to 10 weeks.
To put my situation in this example. So I'm just getting back jogging now. Could I run a slow marathon in 10 weeks?
You shouldn't. You could, but you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Or me, like I could get around a marathon in 10 weeks from where I am now. Like, you know, I've done 80 minutes.
But you shouldn't also.
And the problem with having a goal 10, and this is what we spoke about with Moose the other day. It's like when you have these races that you want to do, it stops you from making smart decisions, because at the back of the mind, it's like, I've got this marathon. I know I need to be doing this sort of session, and it's just not the smart call.
I reckon it depends on the marathon too. Like if it's 10 weeks away and it's Ballarat Marathon and you live in Melbourne, it's like, we'll just do it next year, just like concentrate on the year. But if it's like you've qualified for Boston off your Gold Coast last year, you've got a spot in Boston, it's going to be tight, but we think you can get ready for a marathon in 10 weeks and you can go out there and run 40 minutes slower than your best, but you get to enjoy the Boston experience and you might never hit that qualifier again. And the stars are aligning that your life circumstances, you can get over there and back and tick that box. It's a different answer.
Yeah, it's so much context required there. It could be off. It could have been
Croaks
off.
has stitched us up with this question.
Yeah, you need 12. Could be 12 weeks stressy.
_ eco trees and ask for a bit more context here, Croaks.
Regardless, though, like if somebody's doing this, I wouldn't be doing marathon specific stuff for this 10 weeks. I would be basically just building them up to the point where I'd be focusing on getting the long run to a decent point that they can actually handle 40K, but I'm not getting them out there doing the traditional marathon specific sessions, because this first 10 weeks is really about building. So this first 10 weeks is getting them ready to then be able to actually do a proper marathon block. So they're not going to be ready for those marathon specific sessions.
Get out a piece of butcher's paper and write down all the things that can help and harm you in a 10-week marathon block, and don't do any of the things in the harm side or hinder. Harm or hinder. No, help or hinder.
Are you coaching Christian now, Croaks?
Christian?
Yeah, when's he going to reach out to you?
I don't know.
Chriso for Norway. Big Chriso.
I'd be real interested in that.
Croaks has been real wisdom the last couple of weeks, hasn't he, Moose? Gave you a lot of advice last week.
Yeah, that
Could
was
be the new wise man on this show.
A lot of hypocritical advice, which was nice.
I'm surprised it went down as well as it did for you, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he actually agreed. It was
slowed his long run down too, Croaks. You got through to him.
Can't wait till you start ripping some fast ones, Croaks.
Yeah, no.
You're about 1 week away from it.
Yeah, I'll go out and run 2 hours at 4-minute Ks this weekend.
And you are definitely doing that.
I'm not. I'm trying to be smart.
Yeah.
All right. Good question. Good discussion. That is brought to you by Precision Fuel and Hydration. Visit precisionhydration.com and use the code IR-Spring2025 for 15% off your first order. We were just talking about how important it is to be taking on fuel while you're running. Precision do a great job and tastes good. And it comes in 90-gram pouches, which is fantastic. What's coming up? So we've got the Vic 5K champs. Is it Thursday night, Croaks?
It is Thursday night, yes.
And then the following Friday is World Cross Country Selection Trials.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you want some names?
And then the week after that, we've got Valencia Marathon.
Yep. Big big 3 weeks coming up.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
So
Sometimes a slow time of the year, end of November. But
yeah,
this
and
is
then
good.
it'll roll into Zatopek.
Oh, going to close the year out real well.
Yeah. So in the men's field, we have Seth O'Donnell, Liam Cashin, Josh Phillips, Liam Buden, Aidan Velton, who finished second at Nationals, Matt Clark, Tim Vincent, Morgan McDonald, Tommy DeCano, Haftu Strinsos, Jimmy Whelan.
So have to before Valencia as well.
Yeah, he's on the start list. Matt Buckle, Cam Myers, Isaac Hain, Ed Marks, Ben Buckingham, Zach Faccioni, Luke Hintz, Dave McNeil, Adrian Potter.
Did you see,
Ed
actually,
Trippers.
David McNeil ran a really good park run last weekend, like a 14:22 or something. Yeah, I saw it online.
Yep, I saw that.
So that is that's a better field than National Cross this year.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, and then in the women's, probably not quite as deep. Leanne, Sarah Klein, Nat Rule, Holly Campbell, Caitlin Adams, Bronte Oates, actually, she's pretty good, Ruby Smee, Morty Skyring, Jenny Blundell.
Ellie Pashley?
No Ellie Pashley on there.
Oh, why not, Moose?
Well, even if she found herself in the position where she may get selected, she can't travel to Florida with a baby at the moment.
Okay.
So it's just not logistically possible. So yeah, she's been a bit sick, but not that like she was never going to do it because there was no real outcome for her there.
Yeah. All right, that's good. What's coming up in your life, boys? What are you doing between now and next week, Croaks?
Nothing too exciting. Looking after kids. Actually, it's ACT 3K champs on this Saturday, so I might go out to the track. Got a couple athletes running.
Yep.
Saturday night.
Moose, what do you got coming up?
Shoe Geeks on Wednesday.
Oh, good.
Got some questions, you boys? Chuck them in.
Bought Knitter a new mic too, so it might be the first episode he doesn't have mic issues.
It doesn't help his shit internet though.
True.
He's got every excuse every excuse under the sun for his internet. Like
he actually messaged me last week. He's very up and about the Vomero Premium.
Oh yeah.
Very, very up and about.
Bought another one off me when they released.
Yeah, he said.
They are good. I bought a pair when they first came out. And I've run in them a fair bit now. So I've put a lot of Ks into mine.
Oh, you're right. He's basically said something about it's a must-have for like an over 40 athlete.
Yeah.
Something like that. He said, accept it as the mid-40s cover the ground well shoe.
It's my double shoe and it makes me feel good. That's enough for me. Like I haven't doubled for a long time because of how bad it felt. And now I put it on and like a couple of minutes in, I'm like, this is pretty good. Like I'm pretty happy with this.
Okay, this is good. Looking forward to getting in there.
You got one, Brady? Someone sent you one.
Yeah, I got some. Thanks to Nike.
That's nice, mate.
Just got to get through
Croaks,
this.
you get a pair?
Just got to get through this return to run phase.
He does all right, doesn't he? Say Sky suitcases.
Me and Croaks sitting here just like telling everyone how good the shoes are. I'll buy mine.
He's the boss, though.
I'll tell you, I got an email the other day, boys. I might have a big gig coming up as well. You're not going to like it when I tell you about it as well. I don't know how it come my way. I'm very grateful it come my way, but I'll tell you about it off air. Don't know how it came to me because the two things I need to do for this gig, I'm not real good at. Ooh. But anyway, give some more details off air and tell the listeners next week. See you, boys. That's episode 420. Thanks for being with us, listeners.
See ya.
Yeah. The Open Fit 2 Plus from Shocks is here, featuring a stable, comfortable, open-ear design made for fitness and all-day wear. Shocks Black Friday sale is now live. Check it out via the link in our show notes and use the code IRP15 for a discount.
But here I stand, a man whose roots he understands, and I'm gonna hold my head up high. I was taught as a young man, doesn't matter if you're white or black. on the